Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video with your boy Thick Whips. Today we have a feature film on my friend Serge. He's got that purple 335. It's got an M54 in it. He went to Atlanta with us. You guys saw him in a couple of the previous videos, but good friend of mine, super dope build. Figured it was probably about time we get him on the channel. We're heading to Camp North End, which is on the north side of Charlotte. I've actually filmed a few videos here before, but it's a really popular spot for like photography and videography. We're gonna head over there and meet up with Serge, a couple of the other boys, and really just talk a little bit about his build, what he's got going on. It's gonna be a good one, you guys. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and enjoy the video. All right, you guys, so we just got to the location, Camp North End in Charlotte, North Carolina. Beautiful backdrop, such a great place to take photos and videos. But I got my buddy Serge over here. This is his 07 335 N54 powered. Beautiful build. He has it wrapped in this purple, but it's originally a black car. It's really clean. I'm gonna have him come over, talk to us a little bit about the car, the build, future plans. You guys know how it goes. This is Serge.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Serge, welcome
How you guys
to the
doing?
channel, bro.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Thank you for taking the time to show us your car today.
Of course.
So, an 07 335, right?
Yes, sir.
It's originally a black car.
Yes.
And it's wrapped in purple.
Yes, that's a Nosotech Midnight Purple.
And Nosotech is like that new film that's come out that everybody is getting because it's so glossy. I do have to say, after seeing it in person, it looks really good.
Yep.
So Serge was just in Atlanta with us last weekend. Super dope. But it was actually like my first time seeing his car up close and like really getting to take a look at it. And after I saw his car, I was like, all right, dude, we got to do it. we got to make a film. We got to make it happen. So thank you for coming along and doing this with me. You know how this goes. We're going to talk a little bit about the car, a little bit about the build, and then future plans. Let's just get into it. Let's start with the exterior of this car. Why don't you tell me what you have done, starting with the wrap and just kind of work your way through it.
Okay. The car's originally black. Hey, can you shut up? We're trying to do a video. We're trying to do a video. Shh.
What made you want to go with the purple?
So originally I was looking at Techno Violet, but there's only like 2 companies that make that color, and the print costs like $8,000. Yeah, so Boschworth Customs, they did the wrap on the car and they recommended a Nosotech, and Nosotech was the biggest thing coming out. I actually know a guy in California that has this wrap, and you know, I fell in love with it. This color in pictures doesn't do it justice. It's got to be in person where you see it. It's got to be in direct sunlight, because in the shade it looks black, and if it's like super sunny, it looks purple, it looks pinkish.
Wraps usually have like a dullness to them, and this actually, without any coating on it, is super glossy. This shit is glossy as fuck.
Yeah,
it looks really good, man. And like with the exterior, obviously you have the silver wheels. So are these factory, these wheels?
Yeah, these are Avant-Garde M359, kind of like reps, like
Yeah.
M3 competitions. They usually come with these
Yeah.
style wheels. They came with the car. Future plans of maybe trying to get some 4-stars F14s or some T37s, or you know, something.
Yep.
Something different, especially with future plans of this car. So the front is 19 by 9, and the rear is 19 by 10. 255 in the front, 265 in the rear. The rear is rolled. You can fit a 275 back there, but there's no rubbing. If I keep that style wheel, I'll probably do gunmetal powder coat, or even like a bronze to set off with this purple. But for now,
I really
these are
like the
wheels.
silver, man. I think it's like super clean.
Yeah,
OE plus kind of look to it.
It pops out like crazy.
I think the first thing that like I noticed beyond the wrap are the headlights. Talk to me about these headlights, because obviously they're custom.
So these headlights, I was actually having a ballast problem with my headlights, and I actually loved the OEM rings that the car had, and I actually reached out to Rush Customs in Atlanta, and he was like, yeah man, I can do your headlights, you know, buy the kit and do them. So I asked him if I could go down there, because Atlanta is only 3 hours away. And so I drove down there, took him the car. He had the car disassembled in an hour, headlights open and everything. They are Precision Raceworks DTM style headlights. It has a carbon fiber eyelid inside of it, blacked out housing, everything's blacked out. It's got a PPF film over the headlights to protect the headlights.
Let's talk a little bit about the carbon fiber. You got the front lip. Like, what style lip is that?
This car is a 07, so I'm the third owner to this car. The previous owner had the car at 20,000 miles, and I bought the car with 128. The previous owner did all the exterior cosmetics.
Oh, so pretty much everything was done when you got it.
Everything was done. He's a really good friend of mine. He had to get rid of the car, so he sold it to me. What they used to call back then genuine from BMW. He bought it from BMW. It's an in-performance front bumper, in-performance front lip, and it's got an in-performance rear bumper with the carbon fiber diffuser. Front end also has the M4 double slat front grills, and also got the intake scoops, the yellow intake scoops.
Yeah. Obviously the mirror caps are carbon fiber too. Anything special to those? Are they just like a specific kind of brand or kind?
I got this from Mashimaro. The reason I got them is I love that little wing.
Yeah.
Wing to them. I don't want to do an M3 conversion because obviously I don't have an M3. It's got the carbon fiber trunk lips, nothing too crazy, nothing
You were saying
aggressive.
that you might actually switch that out.
Yeah, so I actually want to switch that out to maybe like a V2 high kick one. It's also got in performance side skirts.
What's your suspension setup? What are you running?
So it's got iBike Pro springs. So the top pads that it has are actually half an inch lower than OEM ones. So that's why they look so aggressive. You try to put a finger in there, you won't put a finger in the front. The rear, you can stick one finger in there. I mean, it rides amazing. There's no crazy bounce like coilovers.
Cool, man. Let's talk about the interior.
Yeah, so it's actually got a Corbeo FX1 Pros. I didn't want to go too fancy with it. You know, it's going to be potentially a show car and a race car whenever I'm able to take it on the track. But the seats, I mean, they do the job. Got them from Corbeo. They're a really good brand. So I actually took out the rear seats to the car. Soon down the line, I'm gonna have Studio RSR build me a cage, a yellow half cage, and then have harnesses in here as well. You know, I love driving this car. Go out on the weekends, go out with the boys, you know.
You are always out.
I'm always out.
You are always out, man.
I'm always out.
That's one thing I see you online on Instagram. This dude is always out with the boys.
I'm always out.
I love it, dude. You drive this thing. It's not a little garage car.
I definitely drive this car. I had it with 128,000 when I first bought it. It's got 138. I put about 10,000 miles in the past 3 months.
Any issues with it so far?
No issues.
Okay.
No issues. Everybody's scared of N54.
They are.
Honestly, the big thing about BMW and any foreign car is you have to do maintenance first. Like I was saying, I mean, I got this car, it's full bolt-on, and it's got, right now, it's JB4 MHD back-in flash with the E30 mix. Stock fueling, stock turbos, makes around 420 to the wheel, 500 torque, which is pretty good for, you know, full bolt-on with a little bit of fuel. Yes. I mean, this car pulls, especially with it being cold out here. I mean, the tires, they're Michelin Pilot Super Sports, all spin all the way to third. A 6-speed manual. It's a fun car to drive.
I love that. I love that it's a manual.
And it's,
I'm a manual guy.
it makes all the right noises.
What's your exhaust setup?
So the exhaust setup is VRSF 3-inch catless downpipes with secondary cat delete, factory X pipe, and it's an in-performance exhaust. Actual BMW in-performance, the one that used to cost
an arm and a leg.
arm and a leg.
It's so expensive.
So I actually got that one with the car, and I was very grateful. It sounds amazing.
It sounds so good. What are we working with? N54, boy.
N54, you know, N54 stock turbo kind of things. It's got the dual cone intakes. It's got an N3 cowl, which a lot of people actually ask me where I get that from. And like I said, most of this car I got with all these mods already on there.
Yeah.
It's got an in-performance strut brace. It's got a stat charge pipe with upgraded forged diverter valves. It's got a 5-inch BRSF intercooler as well. It's got a cat can.
Your tune is MHD, did you say?
MHD JB4 back-end flash.
Okay. What was the power that you were putting down now? I know you said it earlier, but
Full bolt-on, I put 388, 450 torque. That's just on 93.
Yep.
On just adding fuel to the car, E30, made 421 500 torque,
Nice.
which is pretty good. These cars are really easy to modify. A lot of people are scared of them because the oil filter housing gasket, the valve cover gasket, you know, like I was trying to say earlier, I mean, maintenance is the big thing with these foreign cars. Either I'm always full on E or I have a jug with me.
so you're
Always have a
prepared to
jug.
go at all times.
I always have.
These seats are like race ready seats. She get a little bit sideways.
Yeah, she gets definitely sideways.
It's cold out though, so this thing rips.
She does pretty good.
Sounds really good too. Just a couple of burbles. Just a couple of burbles.
Got all the burgers.
This road looks nice. Yeah, that's right where oh, they blocked it off, dude.
Well, now they put the fence, but they had like a little chain wire or something.
I've shot the M3 up there a long time ago. I really like these seats, man. Like, these are...
Yeah, they hold you in. With the harness and the roll cage, you're definitely not going anywhere, especially when we go to like Tail of the Dragon.
So you were talking a little bit about like plans and what you want to do. Why don't you tell us what you got in store for this thing, man?
Yeah, so I've actually talked with John at CES Motorsports. They're actually local here to Charlotte, and I am going to go big single turbo, their bottom mount kit. It's a 3582R Garrett turbo, capable of making 550 on pump gas. Of course, upgraded low pressure fuel pump. But the big reason I'm going with them is obviously they're local.
Yeah.
I have warranties. With this CES kit, you get everything on the hot side if you want to do cold side. They got upgraded intercoolers. They got it all. So these engines are actually capable of making 750 on these blocks. After that, you have to build them.
Yeah.
But my power goals are for 700, and then later on build the block, get upgraded parts to be able to sustain that power.
You guys, go follow my boy on Instagram. I'm gonna leave all of his information down below. Again, thank you for taking the time out of your day to make this video with me, and of course, you guys, thank you so much for watching. But please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, hit that bell notification, and just like that, this video's over, and we are out. Peace.